Much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. Going up top. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And for a while when this play's open, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
Jones, and that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The Dolphins at 500, 7-7 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down, back to Sanders, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson just beating the play clock. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Slot man moves right. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Get 300. Get 300. Go to 50. Hey, you inside.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This pass complete to Melton. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Yeah. Hey, take 20.
They go back to the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Get 300. Get 300.
In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Left side here to Sanders. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
first and 10. It's Sanders. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
Hey, 31!
On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, we got a tackle.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. The kick by Sanders is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jeff Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take, and now Watson throws another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And here's Jones again on second down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Touchdown! Christian Watson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw again on second down. Watson. And once again, this is Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw is Watson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone cover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Get 300. Get 300.
On play action, now Rodgers. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to tough it up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now a receiver in motion left.
Back more. Hey, take 26. Over 50.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 150.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It fights him off. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do you have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. On the delay, Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, 26. Yeah, this. Get 300. Get 300.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Watson. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Smith, the man in motion left.
block over here.
Here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Jeff Smith there, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
An inside give to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This then uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
They had to go for it with